Hello and good Animorning.
Good morning, good Animorning. But that is what today is. Today is an animation morning, a morning full of animation, the likes of which you've seen before from Doig and Swift, because we do it
fairly regularly.
Most every morning.
We're pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Nothing new here to see.
No. But thanks for hopping in anyway. See ya.
You've had your taste.
Yeah. This is all you get. How are you guys? How's everyone doing?
Over to this. There we go.
I have to get my chat up so I can see people. There we go.
I need to figure out a way of having, like, the thing in the top right corner not spaz out every time I switch to this scene.
Sir! Lady Amy!
Huzzah!
Hi Steiny! Hi that Francis guy! Hi Rebecca Chan! It's nearly 3 AM. Rebecca, you must be so tired! If you need to sleep, then sleep is definitely more important than Mike and I doodling stuff.
Yeah.
So, don't feel like you have to. You're obligated to stay if you want to go and get some well-earned rest.
Obla-do, obla-da.
Obli-doba-dob. Don't feel obligated. Oh gosh darn it, my pen isn't working properly again. Oh, it is. It's fine. It's just doing its thing where it pretends not to work. Just to keep me on my toes. It keeps me on my toes. Doig Swift, did you get yourself a bear suit yet?
When was that a thing?
I mean, Mike would love to get himself a bear suit, but we haven't got one. You know, maybe someday in the future.
Maybe someday. Oh, we got some new follower people. Wait.
Whoa.
I have to change.
Oh.
I have to change the
In Animal Crossing? No.
The Streamlabs things.
Not yet.
There's a bear suit.
Yeah, we haven't found a bear suit or anything.
I haven't made one explicitly, but I made a hat that has my bear head on it.
Yes.
That counts, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You've made a paw print hoodie and a hat with a bear face on it.
I definitely got bear-themed clothing, for sure.
If there are kirigumis, though.
Oh yeah,
then that would be amazing.
If there's like an actual bear thing that like the bear-shaped hat and yeah, what you said, onesie thing.
Oh, Ramalama tweeted it at us.
Oh.
We should have a look.
Oh.
That sounds like something you'd be interested in.
What, tweeted just now? Let's activate Strive Avatar.
Activate.
That's the theme that we're out. The name of that was the name of the widget theme that was it. Yeah. Twitter.
There's a bear suit in Animal Crossing you can buy from the Able sisters. At the minute, we only have Mabel, and she's sometimes in our town square and sometimes not. So we haven't seen one yet. But if there is one to be had, then you know we're gonna get it.
Yes, you know it's already bought.
It's as good as ours. Or you can get them from balloons. Gotta keep your eye on the skies, people.
My tweet from yesterday is it's doing way better than I thought it was gonna do.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, I'm super glad. Now I am looking for. I found some. Lady Amy tweeted the sun cone at us. That was
yes,
so
thank you for that. We will be using that as soon as we can get QR codes in our game.
And Devin made a Phobos jacket.
I saw that. It's so good.
I've not seen the bear suit though.
So good. Kaif and Can, why are you staying up all night? What you doing? Oh, hold on. Oh, we got a crow mail. Let's see, let me Ha ha. It's from that Francis guy. It says, "Hey India, did you show the Animorning submissions already?" No, we haven't. We're gonna do it at the end because we want to make sure that like everyone who wants to be here for it is here for it and has a chance to get in. To get over here.
I was thinking about this.
Ah!
Not to immediately contradict you, but if people are up late and they're like in America and they've submitted and stuff, is it not
Better to do it in the morning.
better to do it earlier so that they don't have to stay up so late?
We could totally do that. I'm just thinking that usually not everyone is here from the start.
Yeah.
So I also don't want people to come in and have missed it.
Yeah.
But,
you know, yeah.
so I guess either way we're going to miss some people, so...
Let's do it at the end. Keep consistency
You think?
then.
Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Oh god, fine. It's cute. It's like I'll just show it over here.
Yeah, show me.
It's cute.
It seems like the kind of thing that you would like to have, Mike.
Yeah. You.
Can you customize clothes? Or is it just furniture? Because I thought maybe you could customize clothes, and I was hoping that I could change the colours of some of the clothes I already have, but I couldn't. I took them all to the workbench and none of them responded to the customization kits. So I don't know if I've just got clothes that happen to not work with it, or whether it just doesn't work on clothes.
I cannot answer this. I know you're not asking me though, so
I mean, I'm asking you. Maybe you know.
You have a bear cap. Do I want one? Yes, please. What would you want to trade for it?
Your eternal soul.
What must I sacrifice on the altar of bear?
People have been sending... Some of my pals have been sending me cartoonist kits. Which means that I'm going to start an animation studio on the island. You all done it now. Do we have anything for a bathroom? No, unfortunately not. We're quite early in the game. We have a kitchen sink.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Habbo, good morning.
I think I just unlocked... Yo, thanks for the follow. Okay, Google, call 911.
Oh yeah, you just unlocked for your house.
Yeah, I got a new what is it? I got a new
room.
That's the word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's it. That's what it was.
I don't have that yet.
No.
Unfortunately.
I caught up with you and I've surpassed you.
You've surpassed me. The master has been surpassed.
Hey, Habbo.
Rebecca Chan, I'm sure you could get a cartoonist kit. I think now that we have it, let me check, because I think now we have it, maybe we'll be able to buy it from the shop. Because usually you can reorder stuff that you own, right? So we could give you one, and then just order ourselves another.
The peg bar is gonna be real.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be. We're gonna do the X-Sheet Academy.
Is that a play on the X-Men Academy?
Yes.
Ah, I see. It's I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
It's very clever.
It's what Tiv and I are going to call our animation academy when we have it.
Habbo says that Animal Crossing is taking up all of their art practice time and need to fix that.
Oh, let it inspire you, Habbo. Maybe say to yourself, I can only play Animal Crossing today after half an hour of gesture sketching.
I spent my Animal Crossing time yesterday catching tarantulas.
Yeah, you did.
And then last night
Mike's been farming tarantulas, so all the money he's got, none of it's fair game.
What?
It's all manipulating the system.
What?
Playing tricks.
How is it manipulating the system?
Because you found a way in which if you clear off everything from the island and then chase all the bugs off, tarantulas are more likely to spawn, and then you're camping them.
So I
it
had
ain't natural, I tells you.
I had a dream.
Oh yeah.
I had a dream about a spider, and it was a really, really big spider. Have I been to Tarantula Island yet?
No, he's just manipulating the game's programming.
Hey, it's not my fault. I like to clear an entire island when I visit it, and happen to stumble upon.
Yeah, it's not like anyone told me this is how it worked or anything. Stady says camping is a legitimate strategy. Yes. Well, it's in the game, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
It's not like you're using your Game Shark card. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do. I think I had a Game Genie for the Nintendo Entertainment System way back.
Animal Crossing, where big head mode is always activated.
As I was saying, I had a dream about a really, 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 really big spider.
That's what you get,
and
Mike.
It was I was at my mum's house. So my mum's house has a patio at the back and a big sliding window door. Window. And so from what I remember, there was packaging that we were trying to open, and when we started to open it, we realized that it was sort of slightly damp inside. And then when we tore open one of the strips of it, all these tiny baby spiders started to come out, and then a really big spider head appeared.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then this thing started to try and wrestle itself free from the box. This wasn't a night. Well, I kind of this might be the closest to a nightmare that I've had in a long time.
Oh, by the way, Rebecca Chan, yeah, of course, please feel free to DM us. We would love to have you as a friend on Twitch.
But then it managed to wrestle its way out of the box. Now, the size of this thing was this wide.
Mike's putting his hands out to a certain length that no one on stream can see.
Well, I'm saying to you how what's the circumference
about the size of a coffee table.
No, a little smaller than a coffee table. Or well, it was mostly than that one.
So
it's a half meter, I guess.
About a foot and a half.
Yeah. Imagine Doig standing there not having a nightmare. Hey, big spider, huh? Well, I was like, what's it gonna do? So then
what's it gonna do? It's just a spider.
We ended up putting it outside.
That was easy.
Well, we put the box outside and it wrestles itself free, but then it raced towards the door.
I hate it when they do that, because they do that in real life.
Yeah.
They suddenly dash towards you.
This thing was fast. And then we closed the door on it, and it bumped. I don't know why I ended up outside again, but I did.
Why'd you go outside, Mike?
I don't know.
There's a giant spider out there.
But it started to run after me.
Well, yeah.
And then it's
a crocodile.
Its webs were like twine. You know when you have a ball of string?
Yeah.
Or twine. It was really thick stuff, and I could feel it hit the back of my clothing and feel the weight of it when it attached. So I tried to spin and stuff. And then I ran back into the garden, and my mum has a wooden gate, and Buffy closed the gate for me, and that's when I knew I was dreaming.
I thought you said Buffy closed the gate on you. Fuck you, Mike.
No.
This is for all those times you ignored me when I was yelling for food.
Actually, no, Buffy closed the gate after I ran out of it. You're right. But then I knew I was dreaming. And then I rushed around the other side of the house and got in. And then I was like, okay, cool, I think that was it. I had to lure the spider outside and then run around the side of the house. That's how I ended up outside.
The spider was already outside though, Michael.
No, the way that we got it to go
Michael,
outside was to get it to chase me.
Your dream does not make sense, Michael.
And so we're like, oh, phew, that's over. It's outside. We're okay now. And then all I heard was like this.
And it was drumming.
It was
It had
drumming.
some bongos.
It was drumming on the window. So I like came down and bad writing.
Yeah. Jeez, where's the foreshadowing? Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
And then it was sort of just like up against the glass. Like drumming, like and I was like, oh, little spider, what you gonna do? And then it spat against the glass.
Ugh.
And I was like, oh, and then all I heard was the sound of the glass going.
Acid.
Yeah, it spat acid at the glass, and the corner melted. And so I was like, ah, shit, it's gonna.
It was like,
It's
I'll
gonna
make you
get
read
in.
those words.
It's acid. It's just like. It was kind of funny and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, this sounds like a nightmare, Michael. From what I've heard about nightmares, this sounds like it fits the description of one.
So it got in, and then
Right.
it ran under the stairs, because my mum has like slats for stairs, and it ran under, and then it went to go like out again, but by this time I'd picked up a chair, and then I put one of the leg of the chair down through the spider,
Oh.
and that's how my dream ended. And then
No.
I woke up, and then I was like, I don't think that was a nightmare. I don't really feel like going back to sleep again, though.
For some reason, I don't want to play Animal Crossing anymore. I don't know why. That's what you get for all that tarantula farming, Mike.
Yeah, so I've learned my lesson. I won't be farming tarantulas anymore. I hope you enjoyed me recounting my dream.
I did. That was awesome. Thanks for telling us.
I was literally there like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we only woke up at 7:30, so...
Tarantulas moving fast is one of the most unnatural looking things ever.
Yeah, I have this weird thing. I feel like maybe this is spiders, so maybe everyone feels like this, so let me know if you do. But if it is just me, I feel like I have this thing called like spider magnetism, where every time I see a spider, it will run at me. Like, there'll be a pause in which I see it, and it knows that I'm there, and then it will just run straight at me. And I'm like, why are all these spiders running toward me?
In the dream or in real life?
In real life. It's like, they're meant to be more scared of me than I am of them, but every single time I see a spider, it like comes for me.
I want to be your friend. Maybe they just see you and they're just like, bish!
Is that something that happens to other people? Is that just spiders? Are they just like gun-ho crazy spiders?
There was a spider in our bedroom and it ran under the bed. And I think India had forgotten because she just gave me a look of.
No,
oh,
I thought you were
yeah."
saying you'd done it again.
No.
I still don't want to touch the floor in our room.
Yeah, did it months ago. Now she like won't pick up anything that's around the bed.
That's my excuse.
The
I
spider
can't pick
might
up
be
the
on
spider.
it. Oh no.
Yeah, spiders like they're hardy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like you're like, oh, it would have died by now. Like you don't know spiders, sir.
The floor is spiders.
You
yeah.
don't know spiders. Guarantee if we've not like seen a husk of that thing or seen Buffy eat it or whatever, it's definitely
If we've not seen Buffy eat it.
still. My cats used to eat spiders.
Your cats ate spiders.
Yeah.
Aw.
Whenever there was a spider, I'd just put my cat in. And then I'd feel really bad for the spider and regret it. Because spiders' lives matter too.
How was like spiders literally just wait. We had a harvest man sitting in our bathroom just doing its thing. Those things are rad.
No, it would run at me. If
Yeah.
I was to see it, it would run at me.
Yeah, I think a spider can like shut down its bodily functions and just wait out periods of time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I remember because back in university, when I went into my dorm hall room, It was absolutely full of spiders. Everyone's was. The entire flat that I lived in, 'cause in university we lived in a place called halls, where it was essentially like 7 people to a floor.
Wasn't it next to a canal or something?
It was next to a canal, so it was infested with bugs. So everyone's room was full of spiders, and mine was the most full. So everyone in the flat got together and did a big thing where we went through and cleared everyone's room of spiders. And anyway, like
Did this involve you all rushing in with pillows or something? I've got this vision in my head of you like being like Leroy Jenkins at
we had a spray, and it was really heartbreaking because I felt really bad for the spiders. But anyway, so my solution when I find a spider is usually to trap it in a glass and then throw it outside.
However,
so I trapped it under a mug and then was too scared to lift the mug. So I just left it there for like 2 weeks. And then I was like, oh, I've left it too long. Like, it's not had anything to eat. It's been under there. It's probably dead now. And I lifted it up. And the entire inside of the mug was just covered in web. And the spider effing ran out. And I was like, what? Still alive.
Yeah. Can't you freeze them and they'll survive a freezer as well?
Who discovered that? What
maybe?
Terrible person discovered that you could freeze spiders? So cruel.
I might be wrong though. That might be an urban myth.
What if the spider wasn't under the mug? I'd be like, where's what? What? How? Just like a spider-sized hole in the mug.
You just come back and I was gonna say there's just a hole in the mug, and you're like, oh no. Do you remember we had that like queen bee inside of the lamp covering at that apartment?
Yes,
and
I do vaguely remember that, and it was in there for days.
It was in there for a week or something because we couldn't coax it out.
We were trying to coax it out and get it to go outside.
Sweet things and whatever, but it just, I think it liked the warmth because it was winter, but it just ended up frying itself in there.
Yeah, it cooked. It was so sad. I felt bad for it. There was like a constant buzzing in our ears for 2 days because it was just like buzzing around the lamp.
A scientist figured out the spider freezing thing, maybe.
Scientists and their experimentations.
Dingle says, the other day I had been sitting at my desk playing video games with friends for a few hours. I had dropped something and discovered there was a big spider that had just been sitting by their foot the whole time.
Oh!
And they're still about it.
Yeah, no, that's not good. I don't know if anyone who's not in England would have experienced this, but it's like when you get up on a cold morning, go into like the kitchen and you step on a slug by accident. And you've got bare feet and you just feel like that like sickening coldness of the slug underneath you. Terrible.
Your kitchen in Leamington like was just a traffic zone for slugs.
Yeah.
Like there were just like
That's fairly common.
Many trails across the
floor.
Across the floor.
Yeah, that's fairly common in England, by the way, is you get garden slugs. So just find a way in. Like, English houses are quite, like, drafty. There's a lot of gaps in them. So, they just get in. And
eggshells are good to keep out slugs. Do they not like
snail pie
sliding over them?
I've never tried that, so I wouldn't know if that works or not.
I knew someone that like used beer as a trap for slugs next to their door.
Oh, drunk slugs! Like all the trails are wibble wobbling all over the place.
I think they just melt.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I used to know a kid who would like pour salt on slugs and just watch them, and I was like, "You sick." Poor slugs. I feel for insects a lot, even though they freak me out. I seriously feel bad about hurting flies.
I know.
I will tell Mike I will tell Mike off every time he hurts a fly.
Do you remember? No, I won't recount this actually.
What is it?
It was the time when there was many flies.
Many flies.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was here.
It was here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, geez. I can recount that if you want.
Sure.
So, we live with a really cool dude called Declan Shelby. And he has hired like maids to come round and clean the apartment every 2 weeks, which they're not doing at the minute because obviously everyone's staying inside. But yeah, he generally has someone come around every 2 weeks and they will just like clear stuff and wipe the surfaces and stuff. And they did it 1 week and they took the trash out and then put it in a cupboard. And none of us knew that it was in the cupboard.
Yeah, the cupboard was for recycling, so we tend to just let that fill up until
it's full, and then we go and take the recycling out.
Yeah.
But they put the rubbish in that cupboard, and none of us knew about it. And so, like a week later, there were flies all over the kitchen, and we were like, "What the heck? Why are the flies everywhere?" And we opened the cupboard, and it was just like the smell of this garbage hit us, and we were like, "Oh crap!" And there were just flies in the kitchen for like the entire week.
Yeah, there was one point we went in, and like the life cycle of these flies wasn't very long.
It was like a day or two or something.
And there was a point where we came in, and Buffy was just sitting on one of the chairs, looking really smug back at us, and just around her was this circle of dead flies. I think they just simply died, but
yeah.
Just the combo of the imagery of her just being like, yes, and just like just a circle of dead. Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, I spent a good while. Like India was down out of the kitchen. I spent a good while murdering a great many of them.
See, we've got we don't have stink bugs in the UK, I don't think. Inquisitor says I have a problem with stink bugs. They're freaking everywhere. It's ridiculous. Why are they always around? It was winter. They should be dead or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I've caught a stink bug in the game, but that's it.
Yeah, but we've never seen them, I don't think, in real life. I don't think they're a species which is indigenous to the UK at all. Stink bugs are shield bugs. What's a shield bug? Maybe I just don't know my bugs.
I'm a search it. Oh, yeah, maybe we've seen them.
Let me see. Oh yeah, we have seen them. I have seen them. Though it's rarer that I see them.
Yeah, there's not that many of these things. I think usually we see one that is like a little bit more colourful and they're like, whoa, what's that? And then we forget about it immediately.
Good morning, George. Oh my gosh. Harbo says we have cockroaches here, from tiny ones to big ones with surprise wings.
Oh no.
Surprise wings are the worst.
No.
You're like, at least it's just on the wall, and then it's like, and you're like, ah! It's in my face. Did you guys know that Tasmanian tigers are marsupials?
I didn't know that.
It's a marsupial. It's got a pouch.
Really?
Yeah. The pouch is backward facing though.
Like,
so its young can
down.
like give you the finger as they leave.
What?
It's a backward facing pouch.
I don't get it.
You don't get what don't you get?
I don't facing what way is backwards on it.
Barbenham Etrafini Sard. Thank you very much. Thank you for the follow.
Welcome to the Animation Breakfast Club.
Welcome.
If you're there, well, hello.
Well, usually, imagine a kangaroo as having a forward-facing pouch.
Right.
Well, Tasmanian tigers have backwards facing pouches.
So is it on their back?
No, it faces backwards.
Its face is backwards.
It's facing backwards. The pouch is rotated and is facing the opposite direction.
So,
it's backwards.
So down. Like, or like if they're
imagine,
like this, they're like, it points
imagine
towards
a
their
kangaroo.
butt.
Yeah.
It points towards their butt.
Yeah, and now just rotate with the pouch.
Well, the first fucking thing I said was so it points downward. Because I'm thinking of kangaroo standing upright, but you were talking about
Tasmanian tigers, which don't.
Forward, right? So it faces towards its butt.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. The reason is because marsupials are specific to Australia, which is its own isolated island, and they all evolved there, away from other wildlife, away from things like predators like canines and such. So even though they look like dogs, they're not actually dogs. The reason they look like dogs is because they evolved to become like predators. So they inherited some of the features that other predators elsewhere in the world also evolved simply because they were convenient for being a predator. So even though they look kind of like dogs, they're actually not related in any way to dogs. They are marsupials that just evolved to be predatory.
So why are they called tigers if they're more like dogs?
Because they have stripes.
Ah, so like a striped dog.
Well,
cool.
The thing that they could liken them to were tigers because of the stripes. And they are, like, known from Tasmania. When the colonials came over, they ended up driving a lot of those animals to Tasmania. So...
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's
super cool.
If marsupials are animals with pouches, and only Australia has them. And what about possums? Asked Steiny.
Where are possums?
There's possums in America and stuff.
I wonder if they came from Australia.
Like before the land masses broke apart.
No. Like, came over as in were brought over by people going between the countries.
Let's look this up. Possum.
Let's find out. Let's learn about the possum. Is that your possum noise? Good question there.
Possums are a suborder of 73 living marsupial species native to Australia and the Indonesian islands of New Guinea and Sulawesi. So...
Australia.
Maybe...
Because a lot of animals were brought over by colonials who went to Australia and then came back with animals for like museums and zoos and stuff and introduced them into their ecosystem.
Yeah.
But weren't naturally from there to begin with.
So, according to this, there's an opossum. Is an opossum...
Opossum?
Nope, it's a marsupial in the order... Oh, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Endemic to the Americas.
Shark socks.
They originated in South America and entered North America in the Great American Interchange following the connection of the two continents.
Oh.
Okay, so they said these are from South America.
Yeah, and they're marsupials.
So
there you are.
But the last thing said that... Let's see if it says pouch on their thing. Because I was pretty sure that... I don't know. Like that of all marsupials, the fur consists of on hair only and the females have a pouch.
Yeah.
There you go.
So in that case, does that mean that the opossums are native to America and they just evolved to also have pouches?
Yeah.
Separately.
I guess so.
It's pretty amazing. Nature's fascinating. How two animals can like evolve to have the same stuff even though they're in different conditions.
Okay. Who followed? Shark socks. Thank you for the follow.
Why do they have pouches? To carry the young. So with marsupials, Unlike mammals, who when they give birth, they have longer incubation periods because when they give birth to the young is more able to take care of itself. You know, it's more fully formed. Like when a deer gives birth, very shortly thereafter, the baby deer can walk around and such.
Yeah.
With marsupials, they're essentially giving birth much earlier in the process than that. And so what happens then is that the baby will crawl into the pouch and it will act like a second incubator almost. It will grow in the pouch and be taken care of by its parent there for the rest of the period in which it's growing up before it can take care of itself.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah. That's why humans have like 9-month pregnancies. We have such long incubation periods because when babies come out,
yeah, but
they're pretty developed.
They're fairly developed in that they can, you know, eat and consume food and stuff.
They definitely can't walk.
Yeah, they're still pretty defensive. I wonder why we don't have pouches.
Maybe just because of the way we evolved in terms of, for thousands of years now, humans have kind of had society.
I guess
where we've been able to...
We invented pouches.
We've been able to raise our young in houses and had like a family structure to take care of them and such.
Yeah, but not thousands of years ago we didn't have that stuff.
Oh, we had it pretty long ago.
Oh, you mean family structures and stuff?
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, you're right. Like, in relative speaking, we are a blink of an eye in history. And evolution takes a while. Unlike in Pokemon. Yeah,
your grandma is evolving.
Steiny says we're social creatures, which is true. Super helpful. Maybe we had them and evolved. Maybe. Imagine how useful it would be to have a pouch. Keep all your art supplies in there.
I'd rather have a hoodie pocket.
Exactly. We've evolved our own pouches in the forms of clothing and pockets. And ironically now, females are the ones who aren't allowed pockets.
Yes, I still remember that like TikTok or that Vine video of the girl coming into the bathroom and just
screaming,
I want pockets!
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
So good. So good.
Oh, interesting. George says, I think we're climbing creatures by nature and our young are trained to hold on to us. It's similar to monkeys. Yeah, so if you look at monkeys, you're somewhere where monkeys are, or you can see them in the zoo, then the young of monkeys will cling to them. So when the mother climbs trees, the babies are like clung onto her back or her front.
Yeah, that's really good grip strength from a young age.
Well, they're kind of designed for it.
Yeah. Man, have you ever seen the musculature of like a chimp?
Nope.
It's really like developed.
Don't want to. Scary. Yeah. Monkeys have intense grip strength. Apes even more. It's scary, says Steiny.
Yeah, I think when we were talking about monkeys, we were probably more talking about apes just now. But yeah, monkeys too.
Inquisitor says baby kangaroos just look like little gooey jelly beans when they're born. It's true.
What are like that?
Baby kangaroos. Yeah, baby kangaroos.
Aww.
Baby roos.
Yeah. Wait.
Babe roos.
What are they're called joeys when they're young like that?
Yeah.
Or is that right?
Hey Joey. Why? Yeah.
Steiny's thinking about apes now. If you've ever visited like an ape exhibit.
If you've ever visited an ape, they're very polite.
An ape exhibit at a zoo, there's like, if you have looked into their eyes, there is so much going on there that it actually feels really wrong.
I don't like it.
for them to be enclosed like that. Like even if they're being protected and fed and looked after and kept and stuff, it still feels like you feel it like this is wrong.
Yeah, I like zoos.
Because it
also I don't like zoos.
Because it looks like a person looking out at you. It honestly feels like someone looking out and understanding you.
Well, no matter how big the enclosures are, I still feel that it's a very small space relatively to what the animal would be used to in the wild.
Yeah.
And conservation and such is important, but I like the conservation they do where the animals are more able to roam an area than a zoo. You know, I love being able to go and see the animals and learn about them and see them, just draw them and sketch them, and it's awesome to be able to see creatures that I would never normally get the chance to see. But also I do feel like it's kind of morally dubious to be keeping these animals in these enclosures.
Yeah.
Just for humans to gawk at them. We haven't seen Tiger King. I'm gonna have to watch that.
People keep bringing it up.
Everyone's been talking about it. Like, even on the podcasts and streams and such I usually listen to, everyone is talking about Tiger King and how nuts it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it with Mike, I think, so we can react together to it. And I don't have to keep pausing and interrupting his work by being like, Mike, you'll never believe it. This thing you haven't watched yet.
India.
Well, yeah.
We're up to very few viewers. Do a dance.
Okay.
She's dancing. Oh,
This is what you came for.
She's dancing.
What do you think? Check out this move.
Whoa. There she goes. Whoa, there she goes.
Yeah, there you go, guys. You're welcome.
Solid content.
Ow, I hit my elbow.
Have you...
I'll never dance again.
Hey, Scrab. Guys, have you seen a platypus run? It's so cool. In Tasmania, there aren't any predators big enough to eat them, so they are free to roam as they please in fields of grassland.
I have never seen a platypus run, and I feel like this is something I need to see.
I'm taking an aside.
Yeah, I think this is very important.
Platypus running. I've got platypus on the prowl. Oh, that'll do.
Let's see it. I want to see it. Also, I'm gonna read Adano's.
Okay.
Which says, I had a random thought while in quarantine. By Darwin's very natural selection, one of the steps is that the environment changes so the favourable traits are selected, killing off the unfavourable ones. But humans create environments that are exactly the same by Darwin's laws. There's no change in the environment that will select the favourable traits, so that begs the question, will we cease to go through major evolutionary changes? I think we'll continue to evolve because society continues to evolve, and what humans want and need and the structure of our society continues to evolve. So I think that our evolution will reflect that. Also, we are still kind of at the mercy of stuff like earthquakes and volcanoes.
That's true. I think we've developed shorter attention spans through the use of like social media and YouTube.
Yeah,
and stuff.
for example, I think the internet is going to have an impact on our evolution in terms of the way our brains work.
Oh yeah.
And our bodies will go along with that.
I've been really enjoying reading.
Yeah, me too. Reading's so good, guys.
Reading books.
Oh my gosh. Who'd have thought it?
Recommend.
Books, right?
It's like where you have snippets of words together, but as a whole, they make a whole story and they capture your attention for like a long period of time.
No need to be condescending about it.
Anyway.
But yeah, it's just nice to have some space to yourself while you're like focusing on one thing only.
I am saying that, and then I'm immediately turning back to let's watch this
platypus.
Run.
Hey everyone!
There it goes.
I gotta wait for my stream to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. I want animals to be free. I wish there were.
This is just the loop. It's so good.
I wish there were more like open spaces for animals and humans hadn't destroyed so much of the environment, so that we could just have more platypus roaming through fields. Whereabouts in the world is this?
I don't know. I love them though.
Yeah, they're great.
I love them.
Platypuses. Look at him go! He walking!
You ever seen like
the chat's enjoying.
a baby platypus is called a puggle, and puggles are the greatest thing ever to be born, I guess.
A puggle. Roam, you little weirdo, roam, says Shrub.
Look at this. Oh, come on, give me a bigger picture. Look at this puggle. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you, Sayuri.
If you ever just feel the need to like see something adorable, just Google puggle. Like, I think also echidnas have puggles as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. They do.
Roam, you little weirdo, roam.
Unlike Sonic, they don't chuckle. They'd rather raise some puggles.
I'd forgotten about puggles.
Echidna. I think it's pronounced echidna. Echidna. Yeah, they're great. Look at Tasmanian tigers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I love Tasmanian tigers so much, guys.
So, I've never actually seen a real Tasmanian devil.
Well, the Tasmanian devils and Tasmanian tigers are different.
I know. I just know another. Oh, okay. So that thing's a marsupial, you were saying?
Yeah, look at it with its mouth open.
Oh, it's real scary.
So cool.
That's real scary.
I love it. I love it. It's great.
Why is anything that's able to open its jaw more than you expect scary? Is it because you feel like they have the capacity to like bite you more?
It's because it feels like they're kind of skewed, like unnaturally.
Yeah, like their jaw goes all the way back up to here. How does that?
Isn't it amazing?
That doesn't feel like it would hinge back. Does it like hinge forward or something?
We could have a look at a skull and try and figure it out. I think they're fascinating. I love them.
I want to see. Okay, it's actually
It's alien dog. Yeah, apparently they are extinct, but there have been sightings of them, but no one knows if they are genuine.
That's what they look like.
They're like little bears.
Ah, they're like rat bears.
Taz of Tasmania, Taz of Tasmania. He means you.
I love them. They've got the same sort of white patterning as moon bears.
Yeah.
Moon bears.
Sorry, yeah. Some bears are the ones with the really long tongues. That's my bad.
They're just like tiny ones of these things. Moon bear is so good.
Moon bear.
Yeah. If you didn't know, I really like bears. Particularly between this and just brown bears.
Brown bears are your favorites, right?
This one's trying to be a lion. Whoa!
Look up dingoes next. Are they so wide?
Simba, remember who you are. Simba's like, I'm a bear now.
You are the one true bear.
Look up dingoes next.
Dingo, do it.
Okay, which sloth bear? Really, Doig, we hadn't noticed. Sloth bears. Oh. Wow, I've never seen a sloth bear before.
They cute. Sloths are really cute. I love sloths.
This has got a little bit of a gormless feel to this one. Sun bears are really weird.
I want to see the dingoes as well.
A dingo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dingo. I'll get back to painting soon, I promise. And you keep dingoes are cool.
Let me see him.
There's a little bit of a
wow, cool.
There's a little bit of a Shiba Inu feel to a dingo.
There is, or a fox. Have we seen the Moonbear documentary? No. Inquisitor says, dingoes at my baby. Think they might mean 8, but I like that too. Dingoes at my baby.
So dingoes are Asian wolves, right? That makes sense why the Shiba Inu would have been like a descendant of them then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. What's that Tibetan wolf that looks like a skinwalker? Nope.
A hyena?
You know what else I really like? Pangolins.
Pangolins.
They are the cute.
Pangolins. When you're feeling low, look at a pangolin.
They're so cute.
Can we look at striped hyenas?
You like your Eens, don't you?
Eens are one of my favourite animals. It's a sand shrew. It's true. I effing love yeens. Fucking yeens are so cool.
This one's just like,
You're yawning.
yeah. Your two favorite animals, as far as I know, are yeens and flamingos.
Flamingos are so great, guys. Flamingos are life.
You like their eyes, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta find a close-up flamingo face. Because they look so pretty from afar, and then you see their face close up. And it's kind of terrifying.
And you're like, whoa, no. I thought they had lizard eyes, but maybe I'm just like projecting.
They don't have lizard eyes, but they definitely do have like skin around their eyes and yellow eyes.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll call that inquiry to a close there. Barn owls are cool.
That's fine, Adina. If you need to go and get some sleep, you go and get that sleep. Sleep's important.
You ever seen a bat eat a banana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love bats as well.
Whoa.
Especially fruit bats.
Sorry, my monitor has just decided it doesn't want to show me. Doesn't want to work. So let me just.
Like too many animals. I'm not showing you any more animals.
Yeah, I think my monitor might be on the fritz. It's gonna throw everything onto my second monitor.
Oh, Steiny, you guys have bats? That's so cute.
Like in your house? I missed what Steiny said.
Steiny said, we have about 50 bats living in our house back home. Love having them around.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's your screen. And then I want this to go back over to here. And Stream Manager to go back over to here. Okay, that should be good now. And then this back to here. Cool. Okay, we back.
We back. They don't make noise, aren't messy, eat bugs, they're awesome. Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, Tib, I said I love fruit bats. Fruit bats are awesome. They're so cute. They're flying foxes. But not like tails, like the actual flying fox.
Caveman Can has been here long enough to gather points and is now highlighting their message saying, everyone back that shit up.
Back that shit up! Everybody save!
Everybody save
It's
your
a
work.
very good call there. Caveman Can, good call. Everyone save what you're working on. Back that shit up!
Have you saved yours, India?
I did just now.
Okay. I love Dean Winchester. He's so cool.
Yeah. He knows to save.
He knows when and how to save things. Yeah, Caveman Can. I remember you asking like, how do you get points? And I don't know if anyone answered you. So I feel it is my duty and sworn allegiance to the channel to describe things to you, because I have since learned what things do, because I've been on Twitch a little bit now.
That's your little fanfare I did for you to have to explain things.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go for it.
Okay. You gain Doig bucks by spending time watching the spending time. Another message just came and I'm like half reading it, half explaining. By spending time, you get Doig bucks for following, I think subscribing, and participating in raids. So whenever we raid someone, you'll get awarded Doig bucks for being a part of the raid. Yeah.
There you go. Hey, Caveman Can, you're the person who's working on Doig Swift Animatic. Dipper Dots. Was that the name?
Oh, that's really cool.
Are you Dipper Dots?
Or are you another animatiker?
A second animatica appears. Haruko says Dean knows when to back that shit up. He sure do.
Yeah,
Dean's never lost a Photoshop file.
Oh, that's so good.
What is it?
Did you guys hear that Meowth revealed his first name? It's Jazlan.
Jazlan.
Commander Jazlan
Meowth. That's very good.
Jazlan's good.
That's very good. Oh!
I get
it.
I get it.
Like Aslan
Yeah.
from the Narnia
Harry
books.
Potter. No.
Aslan kills Dumbledore. Spoilers. That's so cool. From one fancy lion to another fancy lion.
Oh, thank you for the clip, Steiny.
Jazlan, that's great. Well, now we can all stop wondering.
Yeah, now we know their name.
Moth can draw on Twitter. You're almost done. Oh, that's so exciting. It's okay if you want to leave it as a surprise. If you do want to send anything over, like, we'd love to see it. But no pressure. We're also happy to wait. Very happy to wait. Just very happy that you're doing it. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I am excited.
I'm just thinking about, like, because you were like, no, we don't need to wonder anymore. Like, every time I say one of TWRP's names, my head is always like, say the right one, say the right one, say the right one.
Well, now that Jazlan is
Jazlan.
out there, you don't even have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, it's, Jazlan. It's out. It's been revealed.
Haruku says, Swifty, Spoiler Owl is rubbing off on you. Spoiler Owl? Stop it. Not here.
What's spoiler owl?
Spoiler Owl is from a Game Grumps bit.
Is it like Catchy Ghost?
Kind of, yeah. Spoiler Owl comes in and spoils things for the Game Grumps.
Oh. Is it Ali?
No.
Okay.
It's a character they've made up.
Is that when they're gonna say a spoiler and they're trying to warn the viewers that they're gonna spoil something?
I've forgotten exactly what the context for it was, but I think if you YouTube
Spoiler
search
owl.
Spoiler Owl, you'll find the
Okay,
context.
thank you.
Fucking catchy ghost. I love catchy ghost.
I'll see you, Steiny.
We found
care.
a ghost on our island in Animal Crossing and we were like, should we call him Catchy? See you, Steiny.
You know, based on like what your interaction with that ghost is, Catchy's not a bad name.
That's true. And Steiny, you've put plenty of effort into this challenge, so don't worry about it. Catchy, catchy. I do say so.
Oh, it's the owl from Ocarina of Time. I know the owl.
High five! That was... No, for Haruko.
I know, but I'll give you the high five feeling.
I just high five myself. It was a bad high five because we're too far away to reach each other properly, so we have to like throw our bodies across the desks in order to like high five.
Oh man, we were hanging out yesterday and Buffy was on the couch next to us. So I'm in the middle of the couch. Buffy's to my left, India's to my right. And
Here I am stuck in the middle with you.
And I'm like petting Buffy, not India. And India goes to reach over me to pet Buffy and I'm like, what do you do? Be nice. You can... Because you have this...
Gatekeeping my ability to pet the cat.
You have this energy when I know you want to work mischief. And I could sense it. And your little like clawed hand was like shaking its way towards her. And I'm like, I'm enjoying this current peace and calm that the cat has. And she's docile and sleepy and wants to be pet, and you're like, I'm gonna hit it, I'm gonna tap it on the face, I'm gonna do something. And you did. You were just like rah, rah,
I
rah.
scruffled her a little bit and she liked it.
You scruffled her and she was like...
She wasn't like that.
What?
She didn't do anything. She was just a lump, a sleepy lump.
I knew if you could get any closer though, you'd have more articulation, you'd be more of a nuisance.
Which program are we using for animation? I am using Toon Boom Harmony at the minute.
Shit!
Oh shoot!
Shit! One of the people from Toon Boom told me that if I like tagged them in it when we were gonna go live, they would retweet it.
And you didn't.
I did. I forgot.
You have to do it next time.
Shit.
Shit! But yeah, I'm using Toon Boom Harmony, although I sometimes also use Krita, which is great and it's completely free. So I'd recommend that one too. I've heard Clip Studio is also real good, though I haven't tried using that for animation yet.
Can't believe I forgot that, India.
Yo. Yo, 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 yo! What up, homies?
What indeed is up, India?
I'm looking forward to being a cool old lady.
You were doubled over in some pain the other day, or yesterday, and
yeah.
I was like, is this what it's going to be like when you're older?
That was not fun.
Well, more just your posture and the way you were walking.
Yeah.
Not the amount of pain you were in.
Lady times suck!
Yeah.
Women are cursed!
Oh, you're from Turkey, so how do you write the program name? Let me
cool.
help you.
Yeah, we'll type it into the chat. There you go. But also, do you want to write Krita in
Yeah,
just
sure.
in case, because Toon Boom can be a bit expensive for people. It's a subscription program.
Oh, Habbo got it.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much, Habbo. Yeah, big mood on the women being cursed, yeah. Terrible. Hey Dano, are you off? If you are off, then have a good night/day.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Thank you.
Yeah. I saw that you were saying bye, so I didn't know if you were saying bye because you were leaving or to someone else. So, just in case.
You know, I might turn on smoothing for this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just to get these clouds drawn out. There we go. That makes my job easier.
Oh yeah, I've done the keys basically. I'm trying to do the keys first. So what's everybody's plans? It's midweek madness this Wednesday.
In terms of what? I mean, project work or like...
Just for today.
I mean, people don't really have anything to do.
Well, some people do. A lot of people who come to our streams are also artists.
No, I mean, we can't... It's like, I guess what can you do recreationally?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Music Box, of course. Please feel free to ask and we'll answer as best we can.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, Rasmus Draws, thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Oh, George, you're working on composition studies. That sounds super cool. What a good idea. Are you studying anything in particular, or are you going to jump around between a lot of different things?
Okay. So Music Box asks, I need to work on my final major project for Art Foundation, which is due in a couple of months. The problem is I just feel burned out, like I don't have the energy to do any work. I really need to finish it, but at the same time, I don't know if I can, and I don't know what to do. Do we have any advice?
That's tough. Do you have any advice to begin with, Mike? I have a bit.
I think mindset here plays a big part in how accomplishable something feels. I know that if there's a lot of obligation or like you feel like there's a lot of pressure to succeed in a task, it can often be discouraging because you're worried about like passing, failing. Like when you have to do something that will determine something afterwards, it is a lot of pressure put on you to try and to work through. I think acknowledging that is the case, but that like trying to frame it as though it's not going to be the end of the world if you fail. If anything, you'll always learn something from it, and just take the pressure off it and try and find something about what you have to do that you just really enjoy, and
You make it yours.
worry less about anyone else judging you and what you do, and just like finding the fun in that is way more important, because you'll find what it is you want to continue doing for yourself rather than for someone else.
Yeah, agreed. Insane Mind, thank you very much for the follow.
Gorsh.
Oh my.
I've forgotten that we got Gorsh.
Yeah, but that's the only time it's played the entire stream.
I think that's when someone subscribes to YouTube.
But yeah, I agree with Mike. Finding the thing that makes you excited about working on it and making the project yours, even if you have to skew it a little bit, so you get to do the kind of stuff that you're excited about, is a big deal. I'd also say it can be really easy to get burned out and feel overwhelmed when you're looking at a project that feels very big. But the key to that is not to look at the project as one big thing, but rather as a lot of little things instead that are accomplishable steps in the process. So maybe just hold yourself to doing half an hour a day, you know? And some days that might just be like getting the research ready and prepping it so the next day you have stuff to do. But just taking it one step at a time.
Gosh.
Thank you.
Thanks, Goofy. Just taking it one step at a time. You'll be surprised at the amount of progress that you will make. And breaking it down to smaller chunks can take the pressure off a lot and take the intimidation away from working on something that feels huge. Because Mike and I deal with that a lot. Like with all the Knights of a Light Table projects we're working on, they feel huge and it can be so overwhelming to look at the thing as a whole.
And feel like you need to finish it, yeah.
Yeah, but if I'm just focusing on, I need to make sure I give this person feedback and do this scene today and like make sure that I'm on top of this, then that's stuff that I can just tick off for that day. And it's furthering the project as a whole, but it doesn't feel like I'm tackling the whole project at once, you know?
Yeah, I'll
also, it's
more
okay
about-
to be burned out. Sometimes that happens to us, and it happens to everyone, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just going to see. Rasmus Straw says, new to Twitch, love animation, working with it myself. Your channel looks great. Yo, thank you.
Thanks very much. And yeah, always super happy to meet new animators. Like, that's awesome. Welcome.
Yeah, feel free to share any like work that you're working on or anything like that.
And if you have any questions too, a bunch of the people in chat are like really accomplished animators and artists themselves, so
yeah,
it's a good place to ask if you have any questions about anything.
If you're at all familiar with Knights of the Light Table, Animatunings in our chat, he's one of the animators from there.
As well as Tib.
As well as Noah Tibmar.
Do we have anyone else in here?
As well as ourselves.
Yeah. David sometimes pops in, he's worked with us.
So, yeah. This is the place to be if you want to have like conversations with knights, pretty much.
Well, with us.
Unless you catch them on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah. You know. George, it's a schoolism course. That's awesome. I love schoolism. I wish I had more time to do it. I'd like to get off my butt and do more schoolism at some point this year, because their courses are great.
Just because Habo's in the chat, I just want to be like, oh yeah, I met the head of schoolism one time.
Oh, that's awesome. Babanum, I hope it helps, the recommendation. And yeah, animation's awesome. Anyone who's going to get into animation, you guys, you're going to have an awesome time. It's awesome. It's really cool. It's the best. It's the best career. It's the best.
I was just like, sigh. Big audible sigh. Ah, crap. I'm blanking on his name now.
Who?
The guy who runs schoolism.
Oh,
Yeah, him.
Yeah. Jeez. What is his name?
I know, right?
I went to one of his workshops and now I can't remember his name. He taught me to schedule. All I can think about is Lou as a second name, but that's David. Bobby Chew.
Bobby Chew, that's the one.
Rhymes with Lou.
You're like, he taught me to schedule. What the fuck? Yeah, it's Bobby Chew.
That's the one. Sonic. Apparently, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie is now available to download, and there are extras which show the original version of Sonic, the Sonic model. I am excited to see. I want to see.
Did you see that they had like stand-in puppets for the original Sonic for the actors to interact with?
They always do that, don't they?
Yeah, but what I wonder is like they can't have like made updated ones for the actors to act with, so they would have been acting the way they acted towards the look and feel of the previous one.
How similar was it though? Was it just like a blue like shape, or was
No, it was like full on like a fur plush,
oh wow,
like posable puppet version of the original release design.
Wow. Okay.
You not seen it?
No, I haven't.
Sonic the movie puppet.
Hey, Babanem, animation is life. You got this.
Where are you? Where are you? I'm not seeing it. Movie prop. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, India. That's what the actors. That's what the actors would have been like acting against.
Oh, it's terrifying. It's so realistic.
Yeah.
It's more than just a prop. That is like they full on got all the spines in there and everything, which is really unnecessary. Oh no.
Look, there it is.
Are these on the extras? Because I need to see these.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie on-set stand-ins were nightmare fuel.
Yeah, I need to see this. I need to see the extras. If this is what's included on them.
Scrubs is like, yeah, no, I don't like that.
Nope. I wonder who got to take that home.
Maybe the Marsden dude.
After the production.
Sonic movie was weird. I'm just gonna say that. Like, it felt like so much like a preamble and pointless sort of narrative.
I have strong opinions
that you're not sharing.
that I'm not going to talk about.
Anyone who talked to India, like, of the weekend that we went to see it, her response was, "I'm really glad you enjoyed it."
Well, I don't want to be...
I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
I don't want to be a downer. Like, I know that a lot of really cool people worked on that movie, and I know that a lot of people worked really hard on that movie. And, you know, the animation is great in that movie too. And, you know, I'm sure everyone was trying to make it really good. And a lot of people really enjoyed it. So definitely they succeeded in, you know, in a way. It's just, unfortunately, I didn't enjoy it. Which isn't like any... It's not any reflection of their skill. It's just, unfortunately, I didn't. And I don't want to... I have a lot of problems with it, and I don't want to be super negative about it, you know?
The thing that I think it suffers from is the fear that introducing a character to a new audience, you have to explain everything. Whereas you could have just started the movie with Robotnik chasing Sonic through the city and went from there. Well, they do, but then they backtrack
I bet
again.
you're wondering how I got here.
Yeah. Oh, that trope is not... That trope is like really dependent on... Well, it's dependent on like short attention span, need to grab the movie in the first however many. Movies used to take fucking half an hour to get started, and they were great.
Well, I mean, it's just that it's so overused now that it's become a joke. You know, people use that trope because it's recognized as being ridiculous how often it's used, and people are still using it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I have a lot of problems with it. I'm not going to get into all of them because I don't want to go off on a negative tangent.
You enjoyed the movie, but you felt like Sonic was not.
I enjoyed
Sonic.
the experience of seeing it with you.
All right. Someone give India a writing responsibility on a Sonic movie. Someone do it.
I don't even know if I could do a good job.
I think you could do a good job.
The thing is, I could just look at what other people have done and criticize that.
I'm putting it out into the universe, India.
The thing
I'm doing it right here, right now. I'm putting it out into the universe.
Oh my gosh. Look.
Tyson Hess, get India on writing something. Well, not you specifically.
How do you think Tyson's going to do that?
But Tyson Hess, Sega, who's the creators?
Who's in charge?
Paramount,
no one knows.
Whatever. Contact India. She will help you.
Look, the thing is, it's very easy to look at something that exists and criticize it because you have all the information. You can see the thing as a whole. You're seeing it for the first time. You can watch it and then see kind of where it went, where it veered off and what didn't work about it. It's very difficult when you're writing something to see that.
I think honestly the writers were held back by the amount of money that they were able to spend on the movie. I think they had more ambitious plans for it and had to pull it all the way back in order to establish this first movie so that in the sequel that is no doubt coming, they're going to be able to do more of what they wanted to do with it. And I fully appreciate that they had to scale back what they could do with this movie. So I think they were under the gun with that. And I appreciate that.
Maybe.
However, you could have written the character of Sonic in what they had in that thing is strange.
I suspect the majority of the writers who were on the Sonic movie didn't know very much about Sonic and didn't really mind that they didn't know much about Sonic because maybe what the company wanted was like a great mascot movie in the vein of the Smurfs or, you know, Looney Tunes or any other animated movies they've seen where the character goes on a road trip with a human.
Haruka went, oh shit, I believe in you, India.
Oh shit. But like, that's what I mean, is like, I could say stuff like that, but it's all hearsay. Like, I don't know what the writing conditions were like. Maybe it is like that and they just hired someone who writes good character movie scripts but didn't know much about Sonic, and then there were 20 script doctors who came in and fixed it up.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was 3 people who were super passionate about Sonic and really tried hard. So
and
I have no clue.
We haven't done the research, honestly.
No. And I don't know if there's a way to find that stuff out, but like I believe there were passionate people aboard this project.
I believe so.
Unfortunately, I think the Sonic fans are probably the hardest people to please. Like, I think the general audiences liked it, but maybe as a Sonic fan, I don't feel like I got to see Sonic in a movie. I feel like I got to see a generic cartoon character, but not Sonic, because the personality of him wasn't there. Anyway, I'm not saying anything else about it.
Okay.
Because I fell into the trap and started talking about it.
I'm sorry. I feel like it was a treasure trove in which to pluck a golden piece from. But I appreciate that you respect the work that went into it.
I do. I really do. Like, kudos to everyone who worked on it. You guys made a fucking movie, which is no small feat.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people really enjoyed it. So, like,
yeah,
I don't want a negative Nancy all over that.
I think it was a success in what it did.
Yeah.
I just want the world to see a Sonic movie as you would make it.
You know, but movies aren't my favorite format.
That's true.
Like, I would rather do a comic or a series because I like long form storytelling. I think storytelling in an hour and a half is really difficult, which is why I respect the hell out of it.
And yet you have cut your teeth on storytelling in very, very, very shorter format than a feature film.
Yeah, that's true. But I also think maybe doing that is a bit easier than a feature film.
I would agree. There's less moving parts, for sure.
Yeah. So big respect to anyone who is writing for films.
Yeah, I'm not pushing you forward because I think you could do it better. I'm pushing you forward because I think you could do it well.
Well, thank you. I think I could do something. I don't know if it'd be good.
You could do something.
I could do something. I have no guarantee it would be good or make any money, but...
George says, I would love to see 10 times 5-minute shorts of Sonic by India.
Ooh. Maybe you'll get one.
Maybe that's what you could do for this 30th anniversary
you
thing.
You blew it! I was hinting towards it and you blew it! What? I was doing the whole coy hinting thing and you were like, yeah, what if the thing you were hinting at?
What? I didn't hear your hint.
Gotcha. The music bot says, I just saw this in the animation server on Discord. Someone animated a wolf because they were inspired by Magnum bullets.
Oh,
that's so cool.
So India, on the back of all of that,
No.
Animorning challenge.
Is it time?
It's about time, yeah.
Okay. Can I go to the loo first? Is that okay? Do I have to do it while needing the toilet, or can I go to the toilet super fast and then come back?
Maybe your Animorning challenge is to hold it.
No.
Yeah,
we're doing holds this week. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Whoa.
The animation pun was too strong for me not to say it.
You haven't thought of it. Well, you haven't told me the theme you've thought of for next week yet. So.
I haven't. I'm thinking it's going to be effects centered. To make a turn away from characters for a second, I think it'd be good to focus on effects because they really help with spacing and timing.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm going to go to the loo and be back in a sec.
India will return shortly.
I will return.
She's going to go take a cold shower after all of that passionate discourse. Yeah, no. Yeah, well, I guess I was hinting at that. Hi, it's a Doig stream now. You're trapped. Hello. I'm going to talk to you about bears now. Did you know that bears are one of the only mammals who can see in full color? Yeah, color bears, right? I didn't know that before. I only made the connection later when I was doing my research. But yeah, other mammals, they only see in more of a limited color spectrum, but not bears. No, they can see all of them. How cool is that? And relevant to my interests and my abilities. Yep, bears, they can see like we do. They can appreciate Skittles as much as we do. What other bear facts do I know? Polar bear fur. Their skin is actually black underneath all the white fur. Can they see more colors than us? I don't think they can see more colors than us. Hariko, but I do know things like dogs. I think they can only see in blue and yellow, and they don't necessarily have red cones. We got a bunny last night, and I think it woke up because I hear you're squealing. Animals like dogs. I'm sorry, Habo. Animals like dogs. For instance. Things like dogs, but bears. Ooh, bears lovely. Hey, I'm a whatever. You think I'd know more facts about bears? No. Nothing trivially interesting. I could do Doigle. I could do India isn't here to hold me back. I could do salesmanship Doigle, moneybag Doig spiel if you want. Did you know that in 2017 we worked on a 60-page graphic novel called Girl in the Glim? And it was enjoyed by a good few people. It is available to read in digital form if you so wish on our Big Cartel store. I will link it in the chat if you are interested. It is about a girl traveling to a new school where she has to face her fears of finding new friends, all while a supernatural element has arrived in the town and makes that more difficult. Come on, Trashbot. Give me the link. Come on, before she gets back, Trashbot. This is your moment. Trashbot, you're failing me. Oh my gosh. Do I have to coax you out with the cookie? Trashbot being a bish. It is! Stupid Trashbot. Maybe something I say, but it's giving me a lot of anxiety. Then again, I should be awake yet.
Say hello, Buffy. Say hello, Buffy.
India has picked up the cat.
Say hello.
She's really quiet when you're holding her. I don't think I've ever heard her meow, unless she's trying to get away. Aww. Oh, she likes that. Is she settling into you? She's not, is she? Is she? She looks like she was. Nope.
She was like, okay. One day we'll get Buffy to sit on our laps.
There we go.
Trashbot being a bitch.
Habbo came in.
Huh?
Habbo like linked it to the digital one. Yeah, so
Michael!
the 60 page.
You're being moneybag Doig.
Yeah, you were away.
Here we go.
The 60 page is available to read in digital form. That's probably easier to get to you now than a physical book. Oh, I have an idea. Like, because posting stuff for us right now is more difficult, as you can imagine. Oh my god, you just spammed the moneybag Doig.
Yeah. Dude. We have things to post, but we're going to have to contact the people and tell them that in light of what's happened, it might be a little while coming.
Yeah.
Just because we don't feel super safe going to the post office right now. We don't want to go outside unless absolutely necessary. I wish we just had like a mailbox somewhere around here where we could just send stuff.
Yeah, the post office is like a 20-minute walk away.
Mm-hmm. And it's in like a little complex of shops and stuff as well.
Yeah, we have to go into a shop to get to it. Yeah.
We've got crow mail. I didn't even see.
What?
Hold on. Ah! Ah! It's from Francis, and it said, "Did we show the animation submissions already?" Wait a second, I might have read this one. Sorry, crow friend. Scritches. Ah! Ah!
Thanks,
I think Crow's annoyed at me now because I gave him extra work. Well, it's time for the Animorning challenge.
We don't have any sort of fanfare, so we'll do it with our mouths. India, fanfare, please.
Animorning challenge. So, do you want to bring it up on your screen because you have no lag?
Yeah, okay. I will do that. Maybe I should do it so that I have the whole screen.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Do it.
Okay, I haven't set up. I will set up a format for this next time, but for now I'll just like jury rig.
Sounds good. I'd like to do a little title as well, so it's obvious when it's happening.
Yeah. So let me just duplicate what we have here.
Okay, so while you're doing that,
Animorning challenge.
So while you're doing that, I'm gonna recap what it was to people. So the Animorning challenge this last week has been to animate a four-legged creature doing a jump. Because everyone is scared of four-legged creatures, which I understand. And so let's get them moving around. Let's make them jump, yo. So that's what everyone's been working on.
Gonna just make this big.
I'm just scrolling through them.
Let's
So is my screen off screen?
Yes.
Awesome. And then I'ma use my screen to look at them as well alongside you.
Monitor jewel.
It was doing a jump, but it doesn't matter, Havo.
Oh, did he not know it was a jump?
Yeah, the prompt is but a prompt. The fact that you did, like, you did 2 4-legged creatures, so don't give me that.
Okay.
Does a hop count as a jump? Yeah! Sure, we are very lenient. Like, it's more just to get people doing stuff slightly out of their comfort zone and doing fast exercises every week than it is about them needing to one-to-one 100% make sure that they do exactly what we say.
Okay, I've got my full screen.
All right, so the first submission we had is from Steiny, who is Animated Moon in chat, but he went to bed, but for those of you who saw him earlier, and he animated a bear doing a walk.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still finding stuff.
You're still finding it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going back in time
to another world that I can't deny. You don't have to worry.
I think I got it. There we go.
No whipping this time. You got off easy this time. So this is Steiny's work. And I love how jaunty this bear is. It's a shame the music stopped because I've been looking at this for the past minute, and while the music was going, the bear was actually walking to the beat.
Really? I'll put the last track on then. There you go,
guys. He's having a grand old time.
Trashbot, get out of here. Where are you, Trashbot? You're hiding. I'll get you, Trashbot. There you go.
Yeah, so this is awesome. I'd say, Steiny, for the future, the thing that I would look at is, rather than handling the body as one big shape that you're kind of bouncing like a ball, think of the shoulders and the butt as 2 separate shapes that are slightly offset and make almost a wave pattern with the downs of the back and the front legs. So when a quadruped walks, and I haven't looked at bears specifically, so you can call me out if this is not right for bears, but for most quadruped animals, the front and back ups and downs of the body are slightly offset, but then they're connected by that spine. So if you were going to go more realistic, that's what I'd suggest. Also, just making sure you're really articulating those legs and checking the positions, because sometimes it feels like they maybe get a little bit less defined than they could be.
Like you want to feel like the displacement of the volume of the foot is like actually pressing into a surface.
I want to see where all the joints are. Like I want to know that you know where the shoulder is and where the elbow is and where the wrist is and where the fingers are, and that those are being tracked by you across every frame. To make sure they make sense.
The floppy ears are a good plus. I like the follow through in that.
The secondary action is great. The tail. The squash and stretch on the tail. It makes me very happy to watch this. It's a happy animation. Like, great job. Very, very cool. I also very much like the style. I think this was done in Clip Studio Paint.
I think so.
I just very much like the
brush style.
Yeah.
I think from what I've seen of Steiny's work, he really favors that kind of brush. I see him use it a lot.
It suits him. I think it feels nice. Buffy's jumped into a box, which is her favourite place to be.
That's a 10 out of 10 for Buffy.
10 out of 10.
She's staring at me.
And that's a 10 out of 10 for you, Steiny. Let's see, and scroll down. Alice is designing her frog. Elaine is designing a cat.
I'm going to show these as well because I think it's nice to show that you can like do development.
Well, yeah, because especially on Alice's, which have some indications of the way it would move. So there's a bit of study going on there.
So this is Alice Mation's design of a simple frog. And then also this one.
It's so casual. In the second one, it's like, hey, what's up? You found me on my tree branch. What you doing?
Yeah, really great appeal, really great character being shown through that.
Yo, get me a drink. Where you going?
The cat in the middle of Elaine's designs.
You cracked up.
I absolutely adore.
Mike called me over and he was like, look!
Just the sideways face.
I like a lot of these. I really like the one where it's got tiny face and a giant body as well.
That's peak design right there. Let's see. Okay, next one.
So Habbo has posted a screenshot of him working on it, but I think he's posted the actual animation further down.
Okay. I'll show. Do you want me to show Habbo's next?
I'm going to keep scrolling. Yes, Habbo's is next. So
okay.
Habbo's got a first pass under 3 hours.
Do you want me to show that one or the past two?
Well, the other ones are screen grabs. They're not GIFs or moving or anything.
Oh, I see two. There's one that was, this is first pass under 3 hours is the second one, I think. And the one above it says past 2.
Oh, okay.
Which is further along. Which one should I show?
Let's show the passing under 3 hours first, and then we'll show the second one, which is further along.
Let's do that then. Oh, how do I... Maybe I'll have to download it quickly.
Alice, you haven't missed yours. We haven't done yours yet. Yours is next.
Toigers.
Toigers.
It's just opening it, I think, in QuickTime.
Oh my tiger.
Come on. Come on.
He loves a second cute little black kitty. Yeah, they're so cute.
Okay, is that being shown on the screen okay? Yes, I think so. As well as can be hoped for.
So this is under 3 hours, which is always the prompts that we do. We're always encouraging people to try and see what they can do in under 3 hours. Mainly just because we want people to have time for their personal projects. We don't want to take up all the time with these weekenderly challenges. Oh, sorry, these Animorning challenges. That's so cute. Some really nice acting there in the way that the tiger, which is lying down, responds to the one walking over.
Yeah, that look of like, there's almost like a surprise, but then a like relief when they settle down. I
also really love the motion of the tiger lying down, the way it like lays its hindquarters down first and then kind of collapses its front legs, because I've seen cats do that.
Yeah.
It's a very like tiger/cat mannerism. So you like nailed that body language. The mechanics of the walk are also looking really nice in this one. Like the planning is paying off there.
So this is showing how Habbo would like approach planning a shot like this in the time that he had, and then this version of it, which I'll have to download as well.
Oh, Francis, no problem. We will get to yours. If it's in the room now, we'll get to it when we get down to the bottom of the page. Yeah, tigers are amazing. Rawr.
Shows how we will take that planning and push it further. Let me just have it loop.
Yeah, Habbo, you didn't half give yourself a challenge, did you, with all those stripes as well? Goodness gracious, man.
It's really cool to see you pushing yourself, dude.
Yeah, looking really nice there. Lovely work. Aww.
The moving camera is an interesting choice as well. So it's sort of like slowly revealing more of the scene.
Makes it feel more cinematic. If you were to push this to the next level and keep working on it, I'd say I think you can get some acting out of these tiger tails as well. But this is looking really nice. Like, I don't have like anything really to say about it feedback wise in terms of this stage now. Sorry, the cat's going crazy behind us. She's chasing coins on the ground. Because you would just want to push this like to the next level and continue working on it. Like, oh my gosh, she's going nuts. Buffy, run. Yeah, like as always, watch the leg shapes. Make sure you get some nice head rotations in there to really make it feel like it's 3D. Use that centerline spine to really show the rotation of the body, which you're already doing there. I can see it when the tiger lies down. Beautiful.
Yeah, I can see that too. Great work, Habbo.
You removed all the stripes to redo. Oh, so much work. I know it's super tempting to put them on early though, isn't it? Because it's just like, I want to see how it would look with stripes. So I want to give it a go. And then you're like, maybe I should have left this till later.
Habbo says, I need to learn that leg anatomy, and I also feel like I missed a lot of subtle weight shifts in the head, spine, shoulders, and pelvis.
Yeah, I mean, for a first go, this is awesome. I've tried to animate lions in the past, and I know that they are effing difficult to do.
Okay.
Something I also need to get on myself, but you did a fantastic job, Habbo. Great work, man.
I think the next one is...
yeah, you should be happy with it for first time.
Next one's Alice's, is that right?
Yep. It's the frog. Alice says a little bit more than 3 hours. Let's see that frog. Show me that froggy boy. Save me from myself. It's time to see the frog.
Oh, it's Froggy Chair. Let's see that again.
I love the way it just lands like on its face with no grace whatsoever. Like, this frog has a lot of character, and I really like the design. It's nice and simple. Like, you've chosen a design which is nice to animate, easy to squash and stretch around. Because it's a cartoonified movement, but the study of the movement was based in realism. So it's kind of nice to see that combination between snappy movement and also looking at how a frog would actually jump. In that, which part would lead, which part would follow. Save me from my frog.
Really nice sense of anticipation as well. I think something that I would recommend as an improvement would maybe be to use the eye movement to show that it's like looking for where it wants to go next, or give an indication of like how it's feeling, because you could have it like look around a little bit more and then look down, or maybe it's not meaning to land on the chairs. Do you know what I'm kind of trying to say?
Sorry, I was just watching it again and again.
Ah, okay. Just because I feel like the frog is sort of just looking ahead, I think you've got a nice opportunity there to have it maybe like check out be like, oh, left, right, and then look down and then jump. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not down.
I think you could get a little bit more height on that jump as well. It feels very like straight across. It doesn't feel like it has a lot of height relatively for the amount it anticipates down.
Ah, okay.
Like, it anticipates down, so I kind of expect it to go up, and then it goes very across. Whereas if I'd perhaps expect it to settle more backwards before it goes forwards if it's going to jump across. So I think you could have a bit more height, and then if you either raised the first composition or lowered the second composition, you would have a sense of it landing from a height down onto something. Because right now, between the first shot and the second shot, it's pretty even in terms of its position vertically on screen. Mm-hmm. You don't get as much of a sense of that it's landing on something.
Yeah.
Whereas if you started it higher and then the second composition were a bit lower, you would feel like it had travelled vertically. More. That gap, yeah. Especially because its size is comparable on both. I love the inclusion of the froggy chair. That's so good. I really like this character design a lot.
It's really, really nice.
It's very appealing.
I think next up we have the bird brain.
Oh, wait, one more thing.
Okay.
Like, I would love to see that leaf react when it jumps off. You know, just it would add so much subtle animation to it to offset that cartoony frog. I think it'd be really nice if it just had a very like subtle settle after the frog jumps off it. But yeah, beautiful work. Gorgeous stuff. Very cute character. Want to see more of them. Yeah, thank you, Alice. And also thank you for all the gifts in Animal Crossing. Yeah, aw. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. you tried to go high but it didn't look right. Oh, that's fair enough. Sometimes things just don't. Like, you feel like they should work, and then you try and draw them, and for whatever reason, when executed, it doesn't work like you thought it would in your head. You know, animation is problem solving, so sometimes you have to do things in unexpected ways to get them to work.
I think the next one is the bird brain.
Yeah, I think so. There is a second one below that if you want to.
I think I've grabbed the second one.
Cool.
The one where she says, "I gotta sleep."
Yep.
Yep. Okay, got that one. Here we are.
Look at this. This is beautiful. This has so much personality, and you really like sold the motion in that beautiful arc on the tail, the way it whips round, and the way the body. You see, this is kind of what I was talking about with the bear one, that the front and the back are offset. So the front leads the back, and the front leads the back, and there is a delay on the back, which lends this really nice fluidity to the movement. Bears wouldn't be this fluid, but the principle's the same. Like, this little ferret-like creature, like, it works super well because it's got that really nice long body.
I believe this is Zerberbrain's D&D character, a kobold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's so cute. I thought kobolds were lizards.
I don't know.
This is a bird brain kobold.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There's lots of really nice things that can provide secondary action here. So, well, actually, it would be more like follow through and drag. So things like the hair and the tail, you can use to really sell that motion. And the bird brain has. I mean, the bird brain's quite an accomplished animator, so I'm sure that she has a bunch of stuff she wants to do with this. Things that I would probably like suggest if I was saying to punch it up would be offsetting those ears a bit, doing a little bit more with the hair in terms of the settle there, just because at the minute the hair feels like it's been shortcutted, which I'm sure it has for the time, because 3 hours isn't long, and I know this must have been more than 3 hours, I think, but yeah, sometimes you just don't have the time to put in ridiculous hair settles, but if you wanted to plus it, then that would be what I'd suggest.
I think I saw a version of this where she was just planning it out. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah. I think she's also used Steiny's background for this, so it's super cool to see people kind of collaborating between each other's animations.
It is, yeah.
And learning from one another and using bits of one another's work. That's really cool. It's nice to see you guys all kind of collaborating in a sense as well.
I think, yeah. I've got a version of this which was just planning it out. So you can see how she was thinking about the different kind of sphere parts of the, let's bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up.
Different kind of ball parts of the creature interacting with one another when it's bouncing around. So it looks like she was intending to do like a turn afterwards.
Yeah.
Is all.
Just planning it out super rough in those stages is so helpful.
So yeah, if you are attempting to do something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, realize that you can sort of plan out the motion with less like pencil mileage.
Yeah.
To try and plan out and like figure out that motion first before you go into all the investment of time of like drawing the character on model or like getting all that anatomy stuff built onto those. And
it's a good job she did, because I think I definitely prefer the second version. I think the first version, it feels like a lot of the parts are moving at similar times. So the turn feels like it all happens at once, and the tail is kind of going the same way as the head at the end there, which takes away some of the fluidity that you have in the second version, where the tail is kind of offsetting the head and it's moving in the opposite direction, and it's, you know, delayed behind everything.
So let's compare. Oh, that's not it.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, beautiful work. Really nice.
Let's see.
Love the character too. I love ferrets. They're so fun. Fun to animate because of that like long spine.
Here's the character model, just while I find the next one.
If you want to show us the bird brains run as well, then she posted something that she did a while back, but it does have a character, like a four-legged character doing a jump on it.
Oh, okay. Extra special. Open. It's opening.
It's doing it.
So I think she did this as part of like a Toon Boom. Like it was a kind of Toon Boom collab where lots of different animators took these two characters and made them run. Oh. Whoa. That'll have been loud, maybe.
I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. So yeah, there you see the character in the back, which is like a seal. And the way, again, the front and the back are offset. And it's almost like the back is pushing forward the front. So we're having squash and stretch as well, with the way that the entire body shape as a whole coils up and then stretches back out. And then the way that the legs leave the ground is offset between the two. So it's got this lovely like slinky motion of bunching up and then exploding outwards.
Super cool. All right.
Then we've got Friendly Neighborhood Cheshire.
Woo, Cheshire!
Cheshire! Who has done a cat. It's a Persian. It's a Persian jumping up onto a box. I recognise that Pokemon.
There we are.
Yeah, 4 legs are crazy, Cheshire. Like, props to you for going for it with the challenge. Like, there's a lot that is right about this too. Like, the jump itself feels very nice. You could get a little bit more height there. Like, I think the front paws contact the box before the back legs leave the floor. So if you wanted, you could have the cat actually go through the air with its legs off the ground and then contact the first paws first. I think it might make it a bit more dynamic. Mm-hmm. The thing I think you really had problems with was just the walk across the top of the box and then the settling down into the end pose. But the jump itself is looking pretty nice. In terms of the motion on the tail and stuff, I always leave that stuff till last. So I wouldn't blame you for just like omitting the tail until you finish the animation, because that stuff is always easier to do straight ahead than it is to do pose to pose. So I always leave that stuff till last. I think that would help out with this one as well, because you'd get more into the flow of it.
I think one thing I saw during James Baxter's workshop was that he will figure out like the final settle pose of the character, or like in the case that we saw, it was a dog coming in to sit in front of a teacup.
Yeah.
But he had that first pose, so he knew when he started the animation where the dog was meant to end up and when, and worked backwards from that for the contact points of like the walk they had approaching the teacup. And I think in that instance here, it feels like if you planned where the cat was going to finally lie down, because I noticed like at the end it's trying to like roughly figure out where it's going to end up. I think if you had that pose at the end,
Kesha might have done that, you know. She might have actually done that, because that pose is more developed than the rest of it.
Maybe.
Which is as it should be, because the rest of it is like rough animation and that's a keyframe. But you would also want to make sure that at the beginning of this, you would want basically 3 or 4 keys. One of the starting position, one of the cat like taking off from the jump, one of the cat landing from the jump, one of the cat sitting down, maybe. And I think that some of this might have been done more roughed straight ahead.
Yeah.
I think that it helps you to maintain the proportions of your character if you get those poses nailed first. And then once you've checked all those poses are consistent with one another, start mapping in the in-betweens. You want to learn how to guess the walk without having to straight ahead the walk part in a shot, if that makes sense. Like, put down walk poses that are accurate to how a walk would work instead of guessing by straight aheading. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to study. Like, I recommend looking at slow-mo animals walking, or Muybridge, who's this dude who does this amazing series of just photographs of different animals walking in front of a grid. He's done like a house cat, I think he's done a dog, a donkey, He might have been a tiger, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But you could have a check, and they're really helpful. I looked at those a lot back in university when I was animating a cat walking, and that really helped me to see what was going on with it. But yeah, that's always, the plan is always to get from straight heading and kind of just feeling it out into actually knowing exactly what it is you're doing, be able to pose it out beforehand and then take advantage of straight ahead for the more flowy parts. Yeah, animals and humans. So super cool. But Cheshire, this is a great attempt. I think the main thing I would say is just to look at more cats and how they would sit down or walk. I think if you use real reference and footage to key out those positions, then it will make the motion feel more convincing. But I think this is an awesome attempt, and thank you so much for taking part in the challenge.
Thank you.
I hope you continue with the next one too.
Next one is from Jam.
Jam! Hey Jam, welcome to the Animorning challenge. Thank you very much for taking part. I hope you had a blast with this. It looks like you had fun. Like, this is good coming straight after the previous one, because for this one I can tell that Jam used reference. Because the positions are much more realistic in terms of the way that the body mechanics are working. So this is obviously, like, reference has been used to look at this.
And this would be a slow motion reference, it looks like.
Yeah, the main problem with this is, as Mike just said, just that if it's not meant to be slow motion, which if it is, then there's no problem with it. It's just a little bit over animated or a little bit running a bit slow in playback, which you can either decide to try this on once, which will speed it up, or you can eliminate some of the poses.
Yeah.
You know, either of which would work. It's a really good exercise in spacing and timing, actually, for you to go back into this and to try and get it on one-to-one time with how it would actually be. Just using the number of exposures you use and which drawings you use to do that, because it will teach you to really control the spacing and figure out where you need that pupper to be in every frame in order for the motion to feel like fun and snappy. He like comes in, jumps off the rock, lands.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing is that all of the spacing in this feels quite evenly spaced. Which would make sense, because if you're viewing it from reference, then those the rate at which those frames were captured would have been evenly spaced from a camera.
Yes, makes complete sense. That's one of the issues you can run into when using reference. A piece of advice I got about using reference that I stick to is to find the keyframes in the reference. And so the things that I reference from footage that I look at is the keyframes that I find within that reference. Like, I decide what my keys are going to be. It's going to be the dog, like, just touching down on the rock, the dog jumping off the rock, the dog in the air, the dog touching the ground, and the dog settling in. And then I find those. I find the most pleasing positions I can in the video. And then I reference those and adjust them if I need to make them more pleasing. You know, I increase overlap or whatever else I need to do to make it a nice drawing. And then I'll look at how the dog goes in between those and keep that in mind as I rough animate between them and like straight ahead. But I don't continue to go through the reference then and keep referencing each pose. I will just look through it and keep in mind how the dog's moving between the two.
Oh, hey!
Hey! Yuli Leo! I'm probably saying that wrong, but you're Jam! Hello! Yeah, I think you could definitely make it look less floaty just by adjusting which drawings you keep in and how long you have them on screen for. But the motion in this, like the reference you've used is obviously really good. It's lovely motion. The only thing I'm feeling at the minute in terms of the motion that feels odd is it feels like the dog is traveling horizontally as it jumps off the stone, and you can see that its torso and its hindquarters are all traveling through the air. But then at a certain point, about 3/4 of the way through, it feels like the horizontal motion like comes to a stop and it then falls straight down. Whereas I feel like it would keep going across the screen for that. And it makes the settle and the land feel a little bit less real than it otherwise would. And the thing is, it might well do that in the reference, but successful animation is making things look believable. And sometimes real life doesn't look believable, so you have to actually like change and fill with real world physics to suit your animation so that it feels more real than the real footage does. If that makes sense. Like, for example, when you rotoscope a person walking, they feel very floaty, so it's necessary to exaggerate the ups and downs to make the walk feel real.
Yeah, like there's so many more cues in real life for like to tell you how something's happening, and when you're drawing it, a lot of those can get kind of phased out.
Yeah.
So that exaggerating really lets you like help you feel that force, because you're only getting partial parts of the information with an animation.
Yeah, because you're simplifying.
Yeah, it's an abstraction. So if you can bend the rules a little bit to sort of like lean into and out of a movement, then it feels more convincing. But more than that, it feels it has more of a feeling to it, you know?
Yeah, like that's why exaggeration's a principle.
Yep.
Is because that's what we use it for. Oh, our Patreon is free for everyone and completely public, and the Discord is kind of semi-public. The Discord isn't like a general chat server. It's more for people who want to. It's a club for people who want to just improve and focus on their art, and like we all kind of post our stuff in there and get feedback and such. So it's not just like a chat server. It's a place where people go to kind of talk about animation and stuff.
So our Discord is by invite of people we trust. So if you're turning up to the streams and you're engaging with us and you're showing us your work and we get to know you a bit, then we'll probably more than likely throw you an invite. Mm-hmm. That makes sense? There's no like paywall or like
we just want to keep it like a nice
thing.
Community and not too big.
Yeah.
That's all.
So if you were coming and you're participating in these challenges or that sort of thing, or like it's animation centric, because we wanted to have a place where we can talk about animation and really help each other grow, and really like that's part of what this Animorning challenge is like we want to see animators really challenge themselves and improve, and so the Discord has been an extension of that for a number of years now. So yeah, we'll have Trashbot say that soon.
All right, and then we have our final, which is from Francis, and it's a Pika Pika.
It's a Pika Pika.
That was a terrifying Pikachu impression.
Yeah.
That's Nightmare Chew.
Here we are. Awesome. Can I can see some stuff with this.
You want to go for it, Mike?
Yeah, I feel like you've got a really nice sense of anticipation. I think what this is lacking is a sense that Pikachu is like having to catch themselves when they hit the ground.
Follow through.
There's not a lot of saddle, which could be intentional. Like they're really making it like intimidating pose, but it does feel like the Pikachu's are kind of like snapping to the ground. So if you just have a couple of frames afterwards for them to like ease into like going lower to the ground and then like taking the weight and then pushing it back up, you'll really feel that sense that Pikachu's weight is like hit the ground.
Yeah, even if it's just on ones, if you want to keep it super snappy, you can put it on ones and it will still feel snapped.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd agree. Also, I think it would add a little bit of nuance to it to have his feet contacting the ground at different times. So you could have the arm which is up in the air as he jumps. You could have that hitting the ground after the back feet or before the back feet, or after or before the other front leg. Just like offsetting those things a little bit, I think will help. And in terms of what Mike said about the settle, showing the weight settle onto the back feet and then come up again, I think will help a lot. Because at the minute, the feet are they're very still in both the anticipation and in the landing. And they would be receiving probably the brunt of the weight of Pikachu, of that big butt of his. So having like those paws push slightly into the ground for a frame or two before he comes back up would be really nice. Like, I think this looks like it looks like you could have potentially accomplished this in 3 hours though, so that's amazing. Like, good job, dude. you made really good use of those cells and the ears and the tail and stuff to sell the motion. Even though like it's got relatively few in-betweens in it, the motion still sells and it's very clear what's happening.
Yeah,
like nice posing.
Yeah.
The key posing in this is real nice. I think the things that would improve it are just things to like really sell that weight a little bit more, like offsetting the settle on the ears so that they both settle at slightly different times or slightly different amounts, and softening those out a little bit. Also maybe having his head bob down at the end and come back up. Add a little bit of expression to his mouth opening a little bit more as he comes up, or his eyebrows narrowing more as he comes up. Like getting that squash and stretch you have in your keys through the rest of him. And I know it's to him because he ain't got the heart tail.
That's fair.
Yeah, you did it in 3 hours. Yeah, awesome work, dude. Like, very, very good economic use of motion there to sell what you're going for without going over the time limit.
Yeah, and competent use of the background and depth as well. Like,
yeah, that's true. Perspective is real nice on this. Like, I really like that it's coming forward in perspective. And it's all model, which is nice as well. It's such a cute Pikachu. My goodness. My goodness! But yeah, you could very easily, I think, now that you have these better bones, which are already working and are already strong, I think you could very easily just spend another hour or two like really refining those little details and have a really super nice jump at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you could even add some, you know, effects and sparks onto its cheeks at the end as it gears up for an attack. Because that is this week's challenge! This week's challenge is effects! And we doing lightning, guys.
Whoa!
We doing lightning.
Are you choosing it for them? Lightning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am. We might do an effect a week, or just intersperse doing character stuff with focusing on different types of effects. I think it's going to be easier for us all to give each other feedback and compare work if we focus on one particular thing.
Yeah.
Rather than everyone does like electric or fire or ground or, you know,
I think that's cool.
Water. So it's electricity this week, guys. Now, the thing I was going to ask you to do was to have fun with the shapes of it by having some kind of block color background and having your lightning play across the screen in different ways.
Okay.
And spend like 3 hours just having fun making lightning effects.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to add your lightning to a scene, like maybe Francis would want to do it on his Pikachu, that's also absolutely fine. But the point is we're studying lightning.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to do a 3-hour study of lightning.
Okay, I think that sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, the great thing about lightning is it's fast to strike and it's fast to animate, which means you guys, like 3 hours, you might not even need 3 hours. But you can do a couple of different versions in 3 hours and try out some stuff and have fun with it. Like, one of my favourite pieces of effects animation is by our very own Tibbs. And it's a lightning dragon.
Oh, yeah.
She's done a dragon made of lightning. It's like there's no rules to this challenge in particular other than the fact that it has to be lightning. So you can really have fun with what you want to do with it.
One thing I would recommend if you're taking on this challenge this week is that work in solid color rather than line for effects, because it'll help you feel out the shapes a lot quicker. So add shapes and then use the eraser to carve into those shapes to really help you block them out. Because if you're trying to draw each frame with line, it's like 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 times. It'll take you longer, like 6 times longer, just to get that one frame down.
I couldn't agree more. Like, for this, definitely work in block color. Like, you will find it so much easier. Lines are great for characters.
Oh, your screen's back on now, India, by the way.
Okay, great for characters. Not so much for effects animation. For effects animation, you really want to be working in like blocks of color and shape and really focusing on that timing and spacing. The great thing about effects animation is that they really they isolate the timing and spacing away from you making appealing characters. So it's a great way to practice that and really experiment with it. It will show you very quickly if your timing and spacing is too even.
That's a good point, India. Caveman Can asks, is this going to be due by Friday or next Wednesday? Because we're showing these, these late. When we want to give people enough time to do it.
Yeah, it'll be Monday. So I want to get back to our regular schedule. So you guys have the weekend to do it if you'd like to. But we are going to try and get back to showing them on Monday. Because it was my bad this week that we didn't manage to show them on Monday. But I would like to do that again.
Okay, I'll do a quick demo for Caveman Can. So rather than working in trying to describe your electric shape by this, like that top, rather than trying to describe your electric shape with a line to be like this and then like this, if you just start out with, you know, a big shape like this and carve into it with an actual opaque eraser, you'll find that you can like test out the shapes a lot faster. So I would recommend finding, in whatever animation software you're using, finding an eraser that is fully opaque and a brush that is fully opaque, so that you don't have any of like the soft edging, at least to begin with. Come on, Photoshop, give me back my ability to select a brush. So something like this. That was my eraser. So you can just quickly like carve into the shapes as you need to. I'm not an effects artist, so bear with me.
I'm just trying to find some examples for people if you guys are wondering why I'm quiet at the minute. I'm just looking to give you guys the kind of thing that we are thinking of. That's quite a good example. So
it might even help if you're using a square brush to get those like really tight angles.
So this is a nice example.
Cool.
Like, it's not lightning, but you can see how they're very much choosing blocks of shapes. They have lines on some of the cubes, but the shapes kind of come first.
Yeah. Whenever I see like professionally done effects animation, it tends to be like that, with really, really clear, distinct shapes, because all of the glows and the other compositing that happens can go on top of that information, but it keeps it clean and it keeps it manageable. And it's efficient, which is what you'll need for this 3-hour challenge.
Yeah. Also, I just saw a really, really incredible piece of Sonic the Hedgehog animation that I'm going to show you guys. Look at this. How cool is this? Look at those beautiful smear frames. Oh my goodness.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh. Hold on, I need to pause it so I can get into it properly. There we go. Look at these. Look at these beautiful smear frames. They have this nice anticipation as he lifts his foot and goes backwards. And then his tails continue to go through as his head goes into a smear and his foot goes into a smear. His arms ball up in his fists and they oppose the motion by going upwards. And then they drag behind him. As that smear continues on his head, his foot comes down, his tails are continuing to move through.
I'm just going to try and give you...
And then this beautiful smear here, where everything goes forward. Oh, and then we have a bit of effects animation starting on the foot. And look at that. What a powerful frame. Hell yeah, Tails, get it. Bitch. And that camera is supporting the movement too. Super nice. And then he's away. He's turned away. And this is all going to be settle. Oh, look at that tail drag. Ooh. Surprising. Like, that's the thing. It's like, things don't have to be on model, because if they are, you lose stuff like this. And it makes the motion look so beautiful and fluid and fun and exciting.
Like, they're really exaggerating the scale of Tails' tail there to really sell the impact of him poofing that crane.
Yeah, and to sell the perspective too. You can't get that if you stay on model. So don't stay on model. Do stuff like this. It's so much more fun. Have fun with animation and make your own rules. Those tails are still massive. Oh my goodness. But now we're getting more smears.
Wow.
Look at those tails. Oh, they're really stretching out. So I think he's dragging the robot with his tails. Because look at these duplicate eyes we have. That's another way to do smears. It's not just dragging things like this, but duplicating eyes like this. It's a great way to have an arc be indicated in your drawing without having to actually like stretch the character across the entire arc. So we have these big tails, and then you really feel the stretch because there's a reversal in the curve of that. It's going from being curved downwards to being curved upwards, and we're also getting the stretch, which is acting as anticipation for this, which is about to happen. Holy capola, it's so fun and so cool. Another smear with the tails. Tails has 3 tails for once.
So who is this?
The camera really helps here. We've got a big zoom in there.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Tails is settling. His butt's coming backwards from having slammed it. And I love the way that he's showing the tails about to gear up and go into helicopter mode. Yeah. So this is Knight, Neight, who I follow, and everyone else should follow too. 2,000 followers? Let's fix that. Like, I don't know how we can fix that, but everyone follow them. They're amazing. Hopefully they'll get more now that this is being seen by a bunch of people. Oh, I already commented on it. Damn it, I want to comment on it again. Damn it! It's so good. You messed up your crow mail. Just check the one that follows it. Okay, one sec. Ah! Ah! Hello, crow. Let's see what you have here. It's a link. Let me boop it on the paper. Boop. That's how I open links from real life media.
I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time. I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time making some layouts for us that I can like let your screen have full screen, so that when you're showing stuff like that, I can easily switch to it.
Let's see. Oh, this is really nice. I feel like I've seen this before. Let me show people on stream. Here you go. There's some cool effects animation. I feel like you're going to have fun with this week, Francis, in terms of the effects animation. Getting that lightning on. Get that lightning on.
Real nice, dude.
Do it. Super cool. All right, we have to go because goodness gracious, it's 10 o'clock.
We got to go.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
I got work to do. Cross off all the social media.
If you want to participate in this week's challenge, please do post your stuff on Twitter too. Even if you're posting it in the Discord, just so like...
It's not only open to people in the Discord. If anyone wants to take part, you all are completely welcome to. And just hashtag it Animorning Challenge.
Look out today. We will be posting up a post about this on our Doig Swift Twitter. And so like if you want to help us get more animators knowing about the challenge, help us spread the word about that, we'd really appreciate it. Yeah, but otherwise just hashtag your challenge, Animorning Challenge, and we'll look for those on Monday next week when we go over the rest of the challenge. Yeah. And yeah, get your lightning effects on, guys. Try to keep it under 3 hours and have fun. thanks so much for joining us this morning. We're gonna raid. Let's see who we have. You wanted me to look at more of the dashboard just to see who else was live.
Yeah,
yesterday.
because we noticed that our raid was only showing us the first 5 people or something on our dashboard.
Yeah.
And so Steiny was streaming yesterday, and we didn't realise we didn't get to raid them, and we would have liked to. So we're going to check our channel for sure, for proper this time.
Okay. Let's see. Gelatin Guy is streaming art.
Okay, let's do it. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and you're super welcome, Alice. We'll be back on Friday for more animation, and maybe tomorrow for Animal Crossing.
Let's see. Gonna grab their URL quickly. And cool. That should be muted. Cool. All right. Let's see. Started the raid. Sorry.
Awesome. Okay,
Logistics and
cool.
stuff.
Well then, may the rest
Of your day
be filled
with
adventure.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah, see you guys, and have fun.
Bye.
Are we definitely off screen and everything?
We're about to be.
Cool, because I wanna check my